India is one of the major fish suppliers in the world. As per the Indian government's 2012 statistic, more than 14 million people rely on fishing. In Tamil Nadu alone, 2.3 lakhs people depending on fishing. In Chennai, there are 96 wholesale and retail fish markets. Recently, I visited the Nochikuppam, a fishing helmet near Marina Beach. Here, more than 15,000 people from fishermen community were living over 10 decades. Since 1985, Tamil Nadu government has been trying to relocate them to different locations as they want to develop this area as tourist place. The new locations were not convenient for the fishermen as they are far away from the sea and also from the city. While talking to K. Bharati, a fisherman and a member of South Indian Fisher Workers Welfare Association, many things came to light. Bharati narrates his fight with the government.
In
1985, around 6 people lost their lives in a police fire. The High Court has already ruled out the case against us. It favors the government, and people from the village went to an appeal in the Supreme Court. Then the Supreme Court ordered that government cannot do that. After 3 or 2 days, they brought the broken catamarans. But still, we have to fight for the fishermen rights. Now we are fighting for the tsunami victims.
In 2004 December 26, coastal area of Chennai were badly affected by tsunami. The tsunami was a blessing in disguise for the government, which helped to evict the fishing communities from near the beach. The government has promised to provide new houses for the tsunami-affected fishermen. Under the Tsunami Rehabilitation Housing Project, World Bank has built 1,452 houses here. Although the houses were built for the fishermen, the Tamil Nadu government has not allotted them. There are more than 1,500 families in Nochikuppam. 56 years old Murugan, another resident of Nochikuppam, says that the houses were constructed between Nochinagar and Nochikuppam village, and it was written as Nochinagar Tsunami Rehabilitation on the board of the rehabilitation houses. He says that now they are confused whether the flats are for them or for the resident of Nochinagar.
The question is whether each house in that place will get separate houses over here. Because now, in that houses, children are getting older. They are married. They have a new family. They have no new houses to go. And this building is not good. Place where we are living is good. There are 18 houses in this street. Each apartment has 6 houses.
The new flats are like a hostel. There are 41 single-room apartments in a floor. Many fishermen feel that it will be difficult for them to stay with their families. The construction was started in 2005 and has almost completed. Now the government has to distribute these flats to the tsunami-affected fishermen. Tamil Nadu Slum Clearance Board has given the responsibility to distribute the flats. But it's not happening as Slum Clearance Board has allotted 150 flats to Dalit people. When fishermen came to know about it, they staked a protest against the government. Later, the government has decided to give all the flats to fishermen. Sivam Padavati Kuppam is another fishing village in North Chennai. Past 100 years, more than 5,000 people were living here. Here, 90% of fishermen do net fishing. The fishermen here have formed an association called Fishing Cooperative Society. Every fisherman has registered as a member. Here the fishermen face different kind of problems. They used to get lots of fish from the river, which is very close to the village. After the construction of North Chennai thermal power plant in 1995, these fishermen are facing lots of problems. The power plant discharges hot water into the river frequently, and this has affected the fish production, and now there are more than 8 factories near the river to discharge hot water. Villagers believe that these factories should take responsibility for the current situation. 50 years old fisherman S. Mayavan says, because of hot water discharge into the river, Fishing nets get destroyed and they can't do fishing for more than 30 days in a year. The discharge is very hot sometimes. It is more than 50 degrees Celsius. Most of the fish die at this temperature.
In this area, we have identified different kinds of seaweeds and we have given names also. Now there are none of these to be seen. These seaweeds grow around the mangroves and mangrove forests also have these roots stick out of the soil. And then water comes and goes it brings fish. They find nutrients here.
Mangroves are very important for them. R. Ravichandran, another fisherman, says that they used to get all the resources from the river. Before 1995, they don't have to go out for fishing as they could fish from the river itself. The factories have occupied large area of sea mangroves as well as river. And not only does the hot water affect seaweeds and fishes, but also affect the fishermen.
The incident happened in 2008. There is a massive discharge of hot water. They take water from the river. This is for generating electricity. In the hot water, there is a chemical which kills fish, and fishermen, elbow and arms get injured.
Now fishermen have to travel long distance to catch the fish. Many people started doing other works and they go out of village in search of work. The story continues as I move to another fishing village, Numelikuppam. 3 years ago, Tamil Nadu government built a desalination plant under the public-private partnership metro water plant next to Numelikuppam near Mahabalipuram. Like Sivampadayavati Kuppam and Nochikuppam, these fishing communities were living here for more than 100 years. Fishermen have lot of complaints about the desalination plant. They are facing lot of problems because of the desalination plant which has come up near their village. The desalination plant takes salt water from the sea along with small fishes. This problem started since 3 years. Ramanan, a 45 years old fisherman, says that they have protested for the removal of the plant and demanded job for them. However, the government has rejected the request and started giving 2,000 rupees for the household who are registered in Tamil Nadu Fisheries Department. Now the government is asking them not to fish near the desalination plant.
They are asking us not to fish here. How can we stop fishing? We earn lots of money if we go fishing for whole month. Some months we get 1 or 2 lakhs. If we start depending on the 2,000 rupees, we can't afford to pay our children education, school bus, fees and many other things.
There are 250 houses in the village. All the families are dependent on fishing. Dakshana Moti, a housewife from the village, says that now they have to depend on the money that fisheries department gives them. She says that prior to this, they were self-sufficient and used to make enough income from fishing.
Now we don't get enough income. When we get fish, we used to go to the market and sell it. But now we are not getting enough fish. We are in loss. Every day we have to spend 100 rupees and go to the market by auto. And now we are only dependent on the money that government is providing us. And we also work as laborer in Chennai.
Lot of NGOs were trying to help these fishing communities. Saravanan, an activist who is helping the fishermen, says life is becoming terrible for the fishermen.
Beach itself is important for fishermen. Ocean tides carry thousands of sands every year. Now it's like Pondicherry Beach. We used to go and check every month what are the changes.
Fisheries Department officials refuse to talk any issues pertaining the fishermen. Fighting against all these odds, the fishermen are still hopeful. But the situation continues like this, the life of fishing folks is going to be more miserable.